Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's tarot tutorial. Say that 10 times fast. Tarot tutorial. Today, we're going to be doing cards 11 through 16. We'll be starting with the Justice card. So we're still working our way through the Major Arcana. That's the first 22 cards in the deck. And Major Arcana has to do with big life issues. It's not like all the other cards. There's 78 cards in the deck, and they're broken down into 4 suits after you get past the first 22. And those 4 suits have more to do with the day-to-day type things, whereas the Major Arcana has to do with big life issues. Like, you know, when you get one of these cards, that something important is about to happen in your life. So the first card here is the Justice card. And first of all, in tarot, when you look at the knives that they hold, in any of them, they're double-edged. They're fair and balanced. They see both sides of the issue. They're also double-edged swords. Okay, so it can have more than one meaning. You can also see that he's holding the scales of justice down here. So he truly is fair and balanced. So when you get him in a reading, it can mean that things are going to become more fair in your life if you've been mistreated. Things are going to be more balanced if things have been sort of out of whack recently. And also, if you have a legal issue, this is very favorable to get, okay? Unless, of course, you get him, say, reversed. You don't want him reversed. Or if you're doing a Celtic cross spread and he's the second card and he's your obstacle. And we can do a video on how to do a Celtic cross spread too. But under normal conditions, you know, he is a good card. If you're doing a yes or no type reading, he would be a yes. Number 12, the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man's an interesting character. First of all, he's just hanging out there. His leg is free. He's just relaxed, and he has this halo of enlightenment around him. He is causing himself to be stuck. Nobody is making him stuck. He's made this choice, okay? So when you get this card, you need to look at, what am I doing that's causing myself to not be free, to remain in a certain situation? If you're looking at anything in terms of timing, things are going to be hung up. This is not a fast-moving card. The Justice card's a little bit faster because there is a sword there, but this is a very slow-moving card. This is sort of like getting the Strength card that we had talked about before. Next card is Death. And people always get the wrong idea about the Death card. They always think it's something really terrible, like a physical death, which it can be if it's surrounded by certain cards, but it very rarely is. What I want you to pay attention to is the white flower here. It has 5 petals. So 5 in numerology is about change. This card is about transition and transformation. You're letting go of the old. You're shedding what you no longer need. You're letting it die. So sort of like a butterfly, you can emerge and be more of who you really are and move on with your life in a beautiful way. So, you know, I know this card gets like a bad rap, but it actually is typically a good thing. You know, now sometimes it can be painful to let some of these things go, but we also need to shed what no longer works for us, right? All right, 14th card here, Temperance. You have this angelic figure. There's a few angels in the deck, and this is one of them. So Temperance, she's about balance and moderation. I mean, literally, temperance means moderation. So you could be overdoing it, you know, and I know, like, we all think like right towards alcohol, but it could be, you know, sure. It could be a substance. It could be food. It could be you're working too much. But it also can mean that balance and harmony is coming into your life. They're coming into your life, and the sense of peace is being restored. You know, to me, this is a wonderful and positive card. So 15, the Devil, he's interesting because there's a lot of layers to this card. I'm not going to get into every single one, but I'll get into the most important ones that you need to know. Now, first of all, he absolutely can talk about that a person has an addiction of some sort, or that they are sinful or greedy. But what I find interesting about this card, the two characters down here are chained. And instead of breaking free from the devil, what do? They start to identify as the devil and grow horns and tails like him. So it's not allowing yourself to be free, like allowing yourself to be stuck in this situation with this person, in this workplace that is just toxic. You're identifying with it at this point, and you need to let go. And then this is the one that nobody likes to see, but once again, it does get a bad rap. The Tower. Now, the Tower, here's the problem with the Tower, first of all, other than the fact it's getting struck by lightning. It's not built on a good foundation. Its foundation is very shoddy. It's not stable. It's not strong. It's not sturdy. People are leaping to their death. It's blowing the top off. So this is change in a major way, like a major upheaval, okay? Change is certainly coming. So unlike the Death card, where the change can actually be more like gentle, let's say, this is going to be a bit more brutal. Now, it doesn't mean that things won't get good afterwards. Sometimes we need these changes. Sometimes we need them so that we can purge ourselves of toxic people, toxic situations, things that no longer work for us. We need to let these things go. And sometimes the only way to do it is by, metaphorically speaking, getting hit by a lightning bolt. And that's the only way we're going to stop, and actually do what's right for us. But usually after this card is done and over, and you keep reading to see what then your future is going to be like, it's usually quite good. But you have to bear through this turmoil. So, all right, everyone, if you have any questions, comments, if you are enjoying these videos, let me know. Put it under this video. Please hit the like button, comment, subscribe. Check out membership, where I do have all the tarot classes. And if you do actually want an actual consultation, a tarot reading, go to my website, dianneaquarius.com. Bye, everyone.